welcome back to another installment of World Cooking at Reflections en Route. Today we're going to be making my favorite Austrian dish. This is Kaiserschmarrn. This is a pretty simple recipe based on the ratios using the eggs. If you want to make a small Kaiserschmarrn, you can use 1 egg, 2 eggs for a medium, 3 eggs for a larger. For each egg, you're going to use 3 tablespoons of flour, a 1/4 cup of milk, a little pinch of salt, teaspoon of sugar, tablespoon of rum raisins, and about 1/8 teaspoon of vanilla. We'll finish everything off when we're done cooking with some nice delicious homemade applesauce. First we'll add in our flour. We're making 2 eggs, so that's 6 tablespoons of flour. A little bit of salt, a teaspoon of sugar for each egg, so 2 eggs is 2 teaspoons of sugar. Mix that up a little bit. We're going to add our milk. Okay, you want to mix that pretty well, no lumps, it should be really smooth. We'll add our eggs. Eggs, and we'll mix those in. Nice beautiful yellow yolks. Add our vanilla. Just a splash. Our rum raisins, including the rum. It's a nice spiced rum.
These are optional.
Which is optional, yeah. If you're making this for your kids, obviously you wouldn't want to use the rum. I'd still add the raisins, unless you just don't like raisins. Okay, that batter is about ready. It's nice, thin and smooth. We're going to take that to the oven and fry it up. We're going to add most of our butter. I'm going to save a little bit for the end process. So that's about 3 tablespoons of butter. Going to add that beautiful golden color to the Kaiserschmarrn. Kaiserschmarrn is a lot like a pancake, but you'll see one major difference. Alright, I don't want to get too much color on that, so let's go ahead and pour in our batter. Get our raisins kind of spread out nicely. And we got it. Okay, we're going to cover that right away. And we'll cook that for about 2 to 3 minutes. And then we're going to flip it, cook it a little bit longer, and then prep it for the plate. Alright, it's been about 2 or 3 minutes. So let's give this a check. We'll take the lid off. We see the edges are starting to puff up nicely. That liquid in the middle should just be the butter. We're going to try and get under that, see how the bottom is doing. Oh, that's a good color. So make it a little easier to flip this. I'm going to cut it in half. It's kind of tricky. With a smaller one, it's really not too bad. You can just flip it away. One side, 2 sides. That's a gorgeous golden color there. We're going to put the lid back on for another minute or 2 minutes. Alright, it's been 2 minutes. Let's take off the lid. Really puffed up a lot. It should get 2 to 3 times its thickness. The color is looking really good. And this is where it kind of stops being a pancake and becomes Kaiserschmarrn. Kaiserschmarrn is just kind of ripped up, cut up in bite-sized pieces, done right on the stove. That's why I use a nice heavy pan. Just process. Cooks this way. Good. All those different colors are going to just really add to the depth of flavor. Alright, for this last step, we're just going to add a little more butter into the pan. Let that start melting. Put a little sugar to caramelize on top. We'll finish that off in the pan with that butter and the sugar. Give that a stir. We're going to turn the pan off. Turn the oven off at this point. Cover it and just let it rest like that while that sugar gets all melted in. All right, today on World Cooking at Reflections and Ralph, we've made Kaiserschmarrn. This is my favorite Austrian dish. We've got some nice homemade applesauce, the steaming hot Kaiserschmarrn. Let's give it a try. Okay, well, you all have a nice day. I'm going to sit here and eat this whole thing. It's so delicious.